Hi, Tengu Vlogging, episode 9. Today I got a special guest.
Kajaken here.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're gonna talk a bit about forest flying, because me and Anders are the biggest fans ever of flying among trees. And when I was started 2 years ago, that was the coolest and hottest thing you can do. Everyone who saw my last vlogs could see when I was approaching the fast style of forest flying. But nowadays, me and Anders got a little bit of different styles while we fly among the trees. And me, I like to go slow, doing tricks, trying to avoid the trees, while Anders, he's the master of going really fast. So, Anders, what do you think is the main key to go fast among the trees?
I think if you want to go fast, first of all, you have to have a lot of quads, a lot of GoPros.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. And also, when considering the flying, you must look past the 1 or 2 or 3 trees ahead of you. You have to look far ahead, otherwise you will hit the tree. And also, of course, you need to be quick in your reactions.
Do you use what type of lens do you use? Because the video quality can be, how to say, how far you're able to see. It's a big difference between, like, say, 2.8 and 2.1 lenses. Do you prefer any special ones?
I think I have 1.8. I think I have quite a lot of wide angle.
A lot of field of view, that helps.
Yeah, I like that, and you can see the trees, and you also, when you do tight turns around trees, you can see better. I think if you have, but I think I know guys like to have
more narrow.
Yeah, more narrow field of view, because then you have more of an aim. You can aim better. Yeah. I tend to do that when I do racing. I want to aim on the gates, but I think always when I do forest flying or acrobat flying, I have quite a large wide angle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Do you think any specific setup is needed for flying in a forest? Example, do you use a lot of cam tilt or do you use less cam tilt? Or
I actually have quite little. I think around 20 to 25 degrees.
Yeah.
On the cam.
That's the same for me. Doing tricks means, just as Anders, I'm using the 1.8 lens because I really want the field of view, and I'm using a little bit more cam tilt. I think I'm about 30-35, but for me it's like when we're just doing tricks in the forest, I don't think really.
Oh, I think I have more actually.
Yeah, that's a bit more. I think that's like 40-45 something. So the cam tilt when you're using a 1.8 lens is not that crucial, because you can go really slow and you can go really fast with basically the same amount of cam tilt.
Yeah. And of course, if you're a beginner, then you need to have much less.
Yeah, to be able to control the speed and so on. So Anders, do you think that forest flying has changed a lot since you began flying?
Yeah, I think.
Do the equipment we use nowadays makes it harder or easier to go fast?
I think quads are a little bit more rigid now, thicker arms. They can take a little bit more beating. Yeah. There were frames earlier also that could do that, but I think overall they are harder. They are thicker arms and they can take more abuse. So that's of course good.
Do you think you should recommend a frame with changeable arms, or do you think it's okay to use a frame with monoplating?
I think
the unibodies?
Yeah, the unibodies. If you have 4mm bottom, then it's okay, I should say. I've always flown unibody, and they can take the beating. So, but of course, it works with both. When
you break it, you break it.
Yeah, of course. So that's true.
So, do you have any specific tips or tricks for beginners who the guys who look at MetallDanny and think, wow, that can't be possible, and want to learn that style? How do you think you should start practice? Do you just take your quad, go to the nearest forest and smash it into pieces, or?
Yeah, that's a way.
That's
no, but I think a good start is to find the forest with very little under vegetations.
Yeah.
In Sweden we have quite a lot of these pine forests, as here, where we are now. There are almost nothing on the ground. There are some small shrubberies and things like that, but not much, and very little branches on the trees also. But then to start, don't go too fast. Just try.
Like gradually.
Yeah. Gradually increase the speed and try to just have fun.
Yeah.
and try to do some acrobatic when you get the feel for it. And if you're gonna go fast in the forest, you're gonna smash things.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
I would say my main tips for beginners would be like, be prepared that stuff gonna break, and like have an extra GoPro at home.
That's actually sorry for interrupting, but that's actually a really good tip. Don't put your GoPro on too hard.
Use some zip ties.
Zip ties.
Velcro.
Have it colorful so that you can find it. That's also a thing. Have beeper, or put your ESCs so that they beep after 2 minutes or something. Because that's also something when you fly in forest, you're gonna look for stuff.
Yeah.
We have done it today for sure.
Yeah, walking around, just watching, looking for stuff.
Exactly, and it's always help if you're two. Then the one not flying can see, oh, it's over there.
Yeah.
Here we have the. I forgot to take the.
Yeah, the beeper is really needed. So, okay, we got a train in the background, so we wait a few seconds just for that to pass.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to setup of the quads, do you think, like, do you use a lot of expo, a little expo?
I have almost never used a lot of expo. I think for this particular one, I use, I think 25% in beta flight. But I have used less. You want to have it responsive, because you're gonna have to make quick adjustments, and then it's nice not to have too much expo. I think, at least in my point of view.
And when it comes to the weight of the quad, you think it's really necessary to have the most lightweight quad ever? No? So weight isn't that, how to say, a big deal when you're flying the forest?
Not for me. I think, because in my head, having a very light quad goes hand in hand with being very fragile, or less durable at least.
Yeah, that's an interesting point of view, because you can hear a lot especially on the internet, a lot of people saying that when you have a lighter quad, you have less inertia hitting stuff, which means it holds up better. So I think my main quads that I use when I fly at a forest weights in about something between 620 to 650, including a GoPro. And you know the weights of yours?
No.
No idea. As long as it's fast.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but it's traditional 250 or 210 quad with 4 or 5S LiPo and a GoPro, so it should be somewhere around there also.
Yeah,
it's standard equipment.
Standard equipment.
Yeah.
So, summarizing forest flying and our tips and tricks would be that, first of all, don't be afraid of smashing your quad. Bring some extra props, bring some extra arms if you got a frame with replaceable arms, and if you're not that confident in flying in the forest, don't bring a GoPro, don't care about the footage, and so just practice how to avoid the trees, practice how to take the view up and a little bit more, how to say, as far out as possible to be able to avoid the trees. Yeah, I think that's a summary. So now we're gonna have a look at two different flights. One from me doing some slow-mo flying, some flips and tricks, and hopefully Anders will let me use some of his footage to display how he going fast.